Whatever you need, the flea market has what you're looking for. With entrepreneurs from across the pack and beyond. Also good, alien artifacts, custom codes, magic items to refurnish robots. If you need it, we have it. Flea market is found in the Ring District. A Barricade is proud to sponsor the flea market.
So that brings us to our session number 23 for our Star Wars game. We are currently looking at traveling through the Elrood Sector, following that big, nice yellow line from one end to roughly the other. Not quite reaching the other end, but I'm sure it won't be too terribly difficult for you to crash the ship into the nearest planet and say we're stopping here today.
I would like us to not crash, but knowing this team, it's not entirely off the table.
I'll give you a go.
As the resident mechanic, you're more than happy to try to crash it?
I'll give you a go.
So tonight at the online we have David.
Oh, hello. I am staying in one position and probably going to have reception all night this evening, which is crazy. Hi, I'm David. I play B1337, the best droid ever, not just say made, but ever to have self-evolved. He's not a dangerous threat to human civilization at all.
Not at all, I'm sure.
Like the story.
Showers, however.
Though he does have to pay for his memory backup from before he was wiped last time.
That's okay, as long as the job is done.
Also online today we have Mark.
Hi, I'm 555. That's you.
I'm sure there's not too much story around Piper and her happening tonight.
Piper's just very
Nah.
innocent. It's in the back office.
Piper's more an NPC than anything, just kind of there in the background. Totally not the main character, it's fine.
Totally not. Also online tonight we have Ross.
Yes, I play Khaled, the group's enforcer. Well, currently no longer being the vigilante and more of the brooding deputy.
Could be worse. Also online we have Stefan.
It would help if I unmute myself.
It would. We missed that amazing introduction.
I'm playing. Goodness, wow.
Kadkia.
Kadkia, that's right. I'm playing Kadkia Sukren, the survivalist Mandalorian.
With Mike putting up the question mark, the trader.
Yes. Currently, I believe, helping with piloting, I guess, or I don't know.
Well, you're currently planning a multi-planetary expedition to find out what happened to one, amongst many other problems that is related to each of your characters.
We haven't left that. Apparently, there's family ships somewhere out there which we need to find.
You each have something you're chasing. At the table today, we have Mike.
Hello, I am Ebayer, a Jawa specialist gambler and mechanic.
Crappy mechanic.
Well, it's only because the droid didn't include the manual. And yeah, I am never afraid to
Shoot the droid.
bet on red and black and shoot the droid at the same time. Win
Well,
win.
it does help having a droid blaster you carry around with you.
Very good, very good.
I'm sure there's no intimidating factor there whatsoever.
Not whatsoever.
Also at the table we have Kisley.
I am playing Kayana, the martial artist of the group who became the head sector ranger in charge of the other rangers and quote-unquote consultants.
I am sure that wasn't a bad choice whatsoever to accept.
Yep. So, she is just trying her best to keep everybody in line, on target, on doing their duties.
Stay on target.
And yep, that is the whole joke of, oh, I just said duty. Yeah, that's the rest of the team. So it's hurting cats, but it's fun.
It's okay, it could be worse.
Yep.
It could be a bunch
Yeah,
of
hurting
droids.
Jawas.
I could
I'm not
have
a
more
cat.
than one B1.
Oh, just think we might upload one of their personalities when they die into another droid for you.
Oh, beautiful.
That way you never be rid of them.
Perfect. Great.
Well, they do that on Tatooine, but it's actually a brain walking around in a droid's body.
That is true.
Oh.
I am eternal.
Right, the creator.
And
of
also,
stuff.
we could just infect every droid with B1's personality.
You could, yes.
That is an option.
It's just the whole interface thing gets a little awkward.
I will find a way.
Well, have you seen how it should have ended with the Rogue One?
Yes, where he did upload himself into the droid that he was interfacing with,
Yeah.
and then that droid went and saved them because it was still him, because it was his memories and personality. Which technically droids could do if they really wanted to in the expanded universe, but not in the canon. Okay, so
Droid could think we'd all be gone.
could be worse. Could be a bigger fish. Okay, so you got notification that your ship is ready to fly. You just have to choose who you want to fly it.
Is it our
You've got many people with
our licensed pilot?
piloting with licenses.
Oh, technically I'm.
So anyone who's gotten piloting space has a license.
Exactly.
That's basically nearly all of us.
Which one of us has agility 4?
That would be the drunkard.
Oh, that's right, because I have the agility 3.
I wonder who.
Oh, great careless leader. If you want somebody to pilot this ship, there's going to be no one better than Piper. She might be absolutely useless at functioning as a basic human, as with all of you meat sacks, but she is an incredibly skilled pilot. Also, if the Jawa touches the ship, I'm throwing wrenches at him.
Damage the ship.
I'll go ahead and give Piper a pat on the back and say, congratulations, you got a promotion from consultant to pilot.
The pilot consultant.
Pilot
The
consultant.
question is, who's treated astrogation?
Ooh, that's a
Me?
good question.
What?
I don't know if any of us are.
I've got Galaxy Mapper, and I've got. Hang on, here we go. So I've got.
You've got the talent for it, but do you have the skill?
Yeah, it's the first skill on the list.
It is the first one on the list.
I haven't got that one, but that's alright. Somebody else can map. You just tell me where to
Well,
go.
that's the thing, I don't think any of us have astrogation as a skill.
So the ability of Galaxy Mapper for you, Mark, is you get to remove one of the black dice if you're making the check, and you get to do it in half the time. So it takes you 15 minutes instead of half an hour to make the check.
What is the relevant skill for astrogation?
Intelligence, which means the best person in the group to do it is the droid.
Ah.
So,
So you've got
why
a.
have I got this feeling that B1 is just going to go wandering around and Mug and Astromech.
Oh goodness.
No.
Right.
No.
So I was talks up now, table. You've got the best 2 people for this job here. You've got the best mapper in the galaxy, and the best pilot in the galaxy. So we're right. It's all good.
So you
One
can,
of those two things is true.
Betty does pipe up that you can pay for the trip between at each location to the next destination. They will pay to,
No way.
so you can buy the coordinates for the trip.
Oh, so we can buy
How
the
much
coordinates.
is the
Yeah, I go ahead and ask Betty how much that is.
Generally, it's exorbitant enough that it's cheaper to fly yourself and
Oh, okay.
jump. But for the people who are rich and dumb, they
Lazy.
pay for it.
Well, that's not us. We are only poor and dumb. So.
Okay. So it'll go. You need to
Except
get
for
an
Java, who's
Astromech
rich.
droid of some sort.
Exactly.
That's my.
I'm thinking this is in the tens of thousands of credits.
That's the only thing I don't like about Star Wars
Yep.
is they don't have a system where you can buy chips to upgrade your droid.
Technically, you can in multiple versions of it, but
Yeah,
most of the case, it's you memory wipe the droid and you add.
Yeah, well, I don't want to memory
into
wipe
it.
the droid. We've already got
And it's okay. This droid upgrades himself.
Yeah. So you're going to go and mug an Astromech. Fair enough.
No. Look, I might steal an Astromech and force him to do our bidding, but we'll figure it out.
So B1 is a walking Windows update, just updates itself?
Oh,
Very
God.
much so without
Uh,
us.
That's all we need.
Back how it is.
Mac OS believes it will interface with Mac OS, whereas the droid is unfortunately unable to access non-upgraded systems sometimes.
Yeah, but-
Linux or a because he's all open source.
My covers are closed, thank you very much.
Yes, he's got his armor plating. He's not naked.
Okay, so he's now Unix.
Oh, but I am leaking radiation.
Okay, Russian Unix.
Oh, nice.
That sounds about right. Okay, so you've been told that the ship has 6 main positions. Pilot, you have 3 gunnery positions and 2 security station positions, because it also has 8 nice clean cells for prisoners to be transported in.
Okay.
Because it also works out as a prisoner transport at the same time.
You said how many cells?
8.
So big enough to put your little pretty birds in.
Hopefully. We'll have to.
You do have a cargo space, so you
Okay.
can carry other stuff.
Okay, cool.
How many birds? Did we say how many birds we're getting? Sure, can't remember.
You don't know.
Yeah, they
Can I
already
get-
said.
You'll find out when you get there.
I take BB1 aside while the others try to discuss things about the ship. I'm saying, if there's a spare spot after the birds, you know where you can put the Jawa.
Oh god. I'll
The
go
airlock.
ahead and I'll try to gather everybody
I was
for.
gonna say, in the airlock or outside the airlock.
Look, hey, if it happens, it happens. I didn't see anything.
That's really good.
Outside the airlock, behind the firing engines.
Oh my god.
Oh, at the end of one of the guns. It's up to you, really, I suppose. But look,
I don't mind when I
anyway.
see that the Java's been shoved into the undercarriage.
And since we started the series, yeah, I
Or
was in
shift
space.
elements.
That was insane.
Still calling it something into.
So anyway, I try to gather everybody for a briefing just to get us ready to go. I tell them the itinerary. The itinerary is as this. We are going to Coin. We are going to pick up the animals. From Coin, we will go to.
Coin's the furthest one, isn't it?
No,
Coin is the one
Coin
where the
is
green line intersects the yellow line.
So we go
Oh, okay.
Elrood,
it's
Kidron,
basically-
Bodrin, Coin, Korad, Morsi, Terrinoth, Darylin. So we're skipping 2 planets. If I remember right, honestly. I don't remember. We're skipping 2 plans. We're going to coin first, picking up the animals. From coin, we're going to Korad because there's a package that the Jabba needs to get from a squib named Scythor.
Yep.
From Korad, we go to Terrinoth to 1, deliver the animals, 2, search for Fabio, 3, search the airspace between Terrina and Darylin for any remnants of the ship Hail Me, along with on Terrina trying to see if we can find any information, if I remember all of this correctly. So, that is our itinerary thus far. Of course, I don't expect us to actually follow this because I know you guys. But I try to reiterate to everybody, this is the plan. Do not deviate from the plan. If there is a deviation, we will make plans for it, but do not deviate from the plan.
Sorry,
what was the plan?
Now, Piper's going to follow the plan because Piper has to come back for her acting gig, so she has to make sure she's on time.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Oh, that's right. So what time does your acting gig start up again?
She hasn't got the details.
Can I do that before she's on the ship or not?
You can try. I didn't say you would succeed, but you can try.
Can I make a phone call?
You can say do or do not by tapping into your link to the universe.
I'm going to tap on my comms device and see if I can get at the director, which I thought I might have got some details about.
Okay, you call up your buddy in the production. What's his name again? They all have names, which is helpful.
Was it Vin Diesel or was that a different one?
No, it's a different one.
You call up Chad. Chad Hardwick.
Oh, sorry, Chad Hardwick. Hey,
I
Chad.
thought that was the actor, his co-star.
It is. That's his contact on the thing so far.
Hey, Chad.
Oh no, I thought Chad is also the producer and director.
Didn't say that. You don't. He's the only contact he's got at the moment. He hasn't got all the details.
So yeah, hi Chad. Do you know when we're starting this new series? I didn't quite get a date from the well, no one's called me, but I think person I know is yet.
Oh, I'm sure they're putting together sets, and they'll call us in a couple of days, maybe.
Couple of days? Okay.
I'm sure you've got a little bit of time up your sleeve if you want to go out and drink on the town. I heard that you're currently single.
Hey, yeah. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, B1 interrupts the transmission and makes its own way. Piper's running out of reception.
I think B1 after I find out he does that. And I thought, wow, Mark, come on, think B1, don't you? Okay.
Hey, it was that character.
I know.
So with this acting thing, do you know what it actually is, or is it just?
Look, let's not talk about it. That's the least thing on mine. We need to do our job. I need to go see, Captain Fabio. I need to make sure he's okay. So.
Yeah, but it's going to be a couple of days for us to get there.
Yeah, look, if I get a phone call out there, I'm just a bit late. I've had some issues. I've been drunk somewhere, so I play some another planet. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it won't be the first time.
It's your job.
How hard can it be?
I heard that, thank you.
I'm sure that was unfitting. So yes, you've got everyone. You've got an itinerary. You get to what do you want to do next?
I think just make sure that we have packed away provisions, weapons, all that stuff onto the ship. Everybody's ready to go. No chargers left behind. I think we're good on alcohol. I don't think we need that.
We've got enough space.
I will deviate to.
You've got one spacesuit.
I will relinquish to B1 to be in charge of Piper's quote-unquote dosage.
And the only person with the spacesuit is Piper.
Yep.
Are we going to get
I
extra
think it was
food
like
for
50, wasn't it?
The animals? Yeah, I thought we were gonna get try to ask Betty if we could get any extra food, I guess. for
Well,
the
you've got
animals.
you got provisions for a month.
Will that
on
be
the
the
ship.
birds?
That will you should get some from wherever you find out what their nutritional needs are. He doesn't know what the nutritional
Oh, okay,
needs
so
are.
we don't know. Okay.
So she
Well,
can't really.
expect it's probably linked to the fact that they stated they'll eat each other.
Yeah.
But there might be a specific type of meat.
True.
Last thing you
can't
want
eat
to
like
do
nibbles.
is buy something that they can't eat.
Yeah, or they might be allergic to.
They might be allergic to fish.
Quite easy.
Or they might be allergic to Java. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they eat droids.
Ooh, no, those ones are nasty because they normally attack ships. Oh,
Okay.
So how common are Minox around here?
Minox are common everywhere they're starships. Because starships are one of their core foods. Okay, so if you want to find out about whether or not you can pick yourself up some spacesuits, we shall have to make a check to see exactly how well you can actually find anything.
Yep, that'll be good.
Because that's basically how the things work.
Is that streetwise?
I'm actually looking that up now so I can refresh myself.
I have streetwise.
You got one.
It's a negotiation check to
Oh,
find a non-illegal item.
I got one in that.
Well, I'm fairly good at it, but I don't have any training in it.
I have one in Underworld, one in Streetwise.
If you can, I assist you then with finding spacesuits. So he has
You
he has the 4 presents, and then I have 1 rank in negotiation.
That's basically the difficulty of finding it. There is a chance it won't work.
Yeah,
So get that
that's
one
for
out.
space.
Okay, so
That was bad.
quite amusingly, it is 1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay.
So you are able to find a pair of spacesuits easily available with no markup, so costing 100 credits each.
Okay. I'll go ahead and get mine. I'll have that come
So-
out of my credits,
Yeah,
so
cool.
I'll pay for both.
So, B1, have you
I
got
can buy
tools
more.
that you can repair the
I've got
ship?
plenty.
Because I don't think the ship comes with tools.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
How many?
So, 200.
No.
Right, so
Okay, we need to get
minus
B1 a toolkit
200 credits.
for this ship. Is that possible?
I mean, usually the tools are on board a ship. Let me just root around and see what I can salvage.
Okay.
Well, you know
There's
the
got to
ship
be some
yet.
hunks of metal that we don't actually need that I can
Like the droid.
modify. Shut up, Jawa. Does the ship come with the appropriate equipment to fix it
It does not.
and maintain?
Yeah.
It's designed to be brought into space dock
To be
fixed.
serviced.
Well, that's dumb. Yeah, I need some tools. Go buy me tools.
That's got to be a hefty price, if I remember correctly.
I don't care. Do you want to pay somebody to fix the ship?
Equipment, very easy to find. Let me just go to.
I mean, look, if you want to
Probably
pay
more
somebody to maintain the ship, you can go right ahead. I'm not going to grind at it.
Toolkit is where are you to 350. That would make it an extra purple dice. So I shall see if we can actually find a toolkit for your starship. Apparently you're going without a toolkit,
Oh no.
as that was a definite failure.
Oh no. That sucks.
So in the time that you've got before you've decided you're going to take off, Betty also gives you a list of things to sign.
Okay.
Here's your itinerary, here's your paperwork to show that your ship has passed customs, here's the paperwork to show that it's been fumigated, and the list just goes on. There's at least 40 different pieces of paper you have to sign, well, screens that you're signing, to get through the Elroodian bureaucracy. It is a well-known fact that the Empire is easier to deal with than the Elroodian government.
I go ahead and I skim through every single one to sign every single one.
Okay, skimming through it, it gets very boring because it is in legalese, everything.
I still do it.
We need to get a protocol droid.
And each one is like, well, I really have to declare that?
Yeah.
and there's even a form on what to do with your stuff if you don't return in 30 days.
Okay.
If you're expected back.
Okay.
So if you have stuff on planet assigned to you and you don't return in 30 days of your destination time, if you say unclear, then it might be they might move it to a year or something like that. But it's like if they expect you back in 3 days and you're not back for 33 days, and they sell off all your gear.
Okay.
Did we ended up getting the Wookiee break-in case transferred back to us?
I think we asked.
You requested it. You haven't actually had it happen yet.
Okay.
It may happen while you're away. So yes, it is a tedious process going through all the paperwork.
I do it
Takes you a
anyway.
couple of hours.
Yep. I do it anyway. My husband actually does this and it annoys me so much.
Or going through everything, reading
Every
everything.
single thing. Even if it's something he's done before. Just like,
Well, they can sometimes put in extra lines.
see, like
that
he's
you are-
doing the right thing though. So I can't really get mad at him, but at the same time, yeah.
Well, there's a little known clause in the Java programming language installer code that says that if you don't get it from their website, the person who gives it to you, such as the tech, and you don't download it yourself, then takes the full legal responsibilities of any legal costs if you were to sue the company that made it.
Gotcha.
So if you didn't download it from them and can't prove that you downloaded it from them, then someone else is responsible for it.
Okay, there you go.
And that's hidden away in one line of the code.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, you go through it all, you don't think you missed anything.
Woohoo!
And you know you're not getting those hours of your life back.
Never. I find it all worth it because I have to make sure that I cover every single thing.
And so the pilot has to go through a checklist with the towel before taking off.
Yep.
And you've got the 100-point checklist.
Of course it's a 100-point checklist. I will assist Piper as co-pilot, I guess. to
So
make sure-
as it's your first official flight of the pilot on record, they are going to have a official trainer on the call just to help with the transition for someone's first flight.
That's great. What's our ship's name?
It hasn't been named yet. That's in the paperwork. Well, it is one of the questions. What is the ship's name?
I guess. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to name our ship? Any thoughts?
That's an interesting ship name.
It's a
The
good one.
Millennium Eagle.
The Silver Wing?
They sound dumb.
That's a good one.
Valid B1.
They sound dumb.
They sound dumb. That is not a very good name.
I like it for a police ship.
Appropriate though.
What is it? It's a custom ship. What's it called? They sound dumb.
Yes, it's an Oriental ship.
Can we call it? Can we call it the Wing of Justice?
You can call it the Wing of Justice if you wish to. Okay, so
I got an idea.
Yep.
Kill Kenny.
No.
So is this where one of your friends comes up with the name Kenny, and
Right. Yeah.
or is that just your favorite drink now?
So is the ship like really shooty or is it just coolie?
It has 3 gunnery turrets, and the pilot has a set of forward-firing guns that they can use.
So is it a formidable craft?
It is fairly formidable. It's faster than most. Only a couple of fighters are faster than it.
Call it Shadow Whisper.
That's actually a cool name. I like that a lot. Alright, Shadow Whisper, that's the name of our ship.
I'm awesome.
Okay, so you head out to your new ship. It is currently having the emergency tape pulled off the outside of it. Having the previous crew, it has been fully cleaned out, they guarantee, because the inertial dampeners gave out on one of its last flights, and plus the crew all over the inside of the ship.
Very nice.
When the ship can go from 0 to 10G in an instant, and you feel that it hurts.
Yup.
Hey, dumb meat sacks, you should probably hold on.
Yeah, 10G. Just hold on, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's not like you would squish your...
Try not to have a stroke.
Try not to have your insides turned upside down. Okay.
Or spread all over the wall behind you.
I'll work on that.
I asked for a copy from B1 as well, so we're full of fight.
Oh, I'll get you a coffee, but you're not gonna survive it. Go to hell.
Okay.
You see a
coffee.
there is a coffee store on the starport called Hell.
Do we have time?
Well, you're the pilot. It's up to you.
I was gonna say...
Okay.
And you've just been told to go to Hell.
Okay. Hey, Tom's turn. I get a copy.
Is that with 1 L or 2 L's?
1.
I have no sugar, just pure black.
Okay, they make you a black coffee strong enough to stand a spoon up in.
That's all I want. I'm a pilot in Journeys, I've got to be good. So, once I got that come back, is that little coffee kind of set next to my steering wheel or not? Next to the kind of pilot seat?
There are buttons and stuff everywhere, so I'm sure you can pull a couple of those out and put your coffee there. I'm sure they're not important.
Okay, I will, when they get there, before we start off, I want to drink the whole coffee. Once it buzz by the time we get on the flight, and then when ready to go,
there is a drink holder there for you.
Okay, cool, okay.
I just wanted to tease you.
But yeah, so I'll have half of it, so I'm at least semi-coherent, and I'll look at my navigating sidekick, B1. Make sure we got the right course to...
What the hell do you want?
Unfortunately, the pilot has to put in everything, so you're on your own for doing the check.
Yeah, no,
I just gave you the numbers. Leave me alone.
Okay, I'll get that done. Okay. I'm assuming that B1's assisted me, I assume?
At this stage, it is up to you to put in the first set of coordinates.
Oh, we'll get the assistance from the intelligence 5 first.
We are doomed.
Well, it's either you do it or he does it. Which would you prefer?
He tells me, and I'll put it in.
Okay.
Yeah,
What could go
I'll
wrong
give
with
you the
that?
numbers, but I don't want anything to do with piloting this dump.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll count that up in a moment. As Piper is being taken through the...
Does he actually lose the black dice because he's got a galaxy mapper?
He did, yeah.
The droid does not have Galaxy Mapper.
No.
But, okay, I thought he...
If Mark was doing it, there would be 1 less green dice and 1 less black dice. But because the droid was doing it who does not have Galaxy Mapper, you do not get the benefit of it unless you're doing it.
No, I thought Mark was entering it, that's why.
No. Even if he's entering it, he's not doing the calculations.
I mean, Mark, you could potentially verify it, but
Okay, so that's going to hurt a lot.
Not sure if we can do that, can we, Mark? I'm not sure.
Not really, unless you actually do the check yourself.
No, fair enough. That's fair thought.
I mean, in that case, next time we might do it together.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'll just point out how you're wrong every time.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you actually managed to get 2 successes and 3 threats. So that's going to be fun when I check out what I can do with threat on astrogation checks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit.
It's concerning.
Well, 1 threat normally makes it a
I mean-
bit longer. 3, you probably just plotted us in an asteroid field.
Threat for who? Threat for
Us.
whoever we're nutting towards?
Okay, so check of 2 successes and 3 threat. And this is for your trip to
Point.
Coin.
Peanut.
Oh, yeah, this is the first. Yeah, that's right. We have to do it in segments.
Because you could end up anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so that normally takes you an hour and a half. And each success makes it easier to actually get into the location you need to. So you basically got yourself one bonus for moving into a better spot to jump to the next spot.
Cool.
Okay. So Piper, could Piper give me a? We've got diplomacy, don't we? We've got. It's going to be the diplomacy check. Do we have diplomacy?
Not me.
No.
I've got cunning.
I'll make it a charm check.
We have a.
I've got 1 in charm. And what else have I got? No, nothing on diplomacy. No.
Convincing
Okay.
demeanor.
And I've got in presence I've got 2 as well.
So while she's going through the 100-point checklist, which is for difficulty thing to see how well she can actually keep the person from denying her ability to fly.
Oh, I don't like that.
Okay, so that they really like you, but they suggest that you might need someone else to take control because you missed quite a few things on the safety check.
Great.
Wow, I'm not even trained, but you are, and I got it right. What's your excuse?
Hey, you never had to do 100 points.
But they do say they love the commercials about your upcoming show.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, would you like free studio tickets?
What, they're doing studio tickets? That would be fantastic.
You'd buy them as badges.
Yeah, if
They're
Someone
normally
would have to pay
170
me to
each.
go to that.
But isn't the studio tickets basically signing up to join the Empire?
I'm not going to holding on you while he says that.
Yeah, I know.
Shush. Let me get us out of here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Hurry up, let's go.
Okay, poster girl.
So I'm going to get Mark to make a cool check. So what's your cool, Mark?
Cool as 1.
You got 1 in it and
Presence 2.
Presence 2.
Same as before. With the
okay. I'll take off 1 having had a chance to actually I'll add a blue dice having gone through it before. So you've actually been through this check at least once. Okay, so apparently you actually I'll make that a grudgingly success because you technically failed with a triumph. So he says as long as you don't crash your ship into anything on takeoff, you will be welcome to land when you return. Otherwise, we'll ask one of your other qualified personnel to be the pilot forevermore.
I thank you very much, and I will honour that promise. And if it doesn't mean problems, I will make sure somebody else takes over. I do thank you profusely for his time in a nice way, and put myself in your gun. Okay, we're getting off here.
Okay,
Hurry up, I can't keep these engines spooled up for much longer, dumbass.
Okay.
We're all sitting in the crash seats.
Okay, so I suppose the question is, who's going to be on the 2 people on security, 3 people on guns?
Yeah, so basically, each station is where the seats are that you strap in at.
Oh, okay.
So you get to choose who sits in gun seats and who gets to sit in security seats. And the droid has to just, stand.
I was gonna say, does the droid need a seat?
Technically, no.
No, I don't, because I'm not a dumb meat sack.
He just needs a PowerPoint.
Shut up, Jawa. Are you even tall enough to write this?
We'll put, Thea, Khalid, and Ivea at the gunnery seats. I will take security.
Don't give him guns.
It was that or I put him in security. So I'll take security with, Kakia. That's the last one. Yeah.
Okay. So, Mark, as you go to take off, it is an average task, so that's 2 purple. Being your first time to officially take off following the 1,000 point guidelines of the takeoff procedures for the Elroodian spaceport.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got... I can't see the last one, actually, the camera, but yeah. Well.
That's okay, I was going to take dice away for you.
I'll take that. I like that.
Now remember, the mantra is one with the force is with me. One with the force is with me.
Okay, so on takeoff, Piper runs into something.
Oh, shit! Okay.
Piper, what the hell?
Hitting Hal on the way out, so it hits the coffee stand.
Damn it.
How the hell did you do that? The coffee stand shouldn't be anywhere near the takeoff section.
It wasn't. That's the talent.
Oh god, so...
She is naturally talented.
Hey, coffee's not good for you.
Now it's definitely flaming coffee.
Shit.
Okay,
Okay.
so the ship's nicknames is going to be the Coffee Destroyer. The Destroyer of Coffees.
Better not be.
And you managed to
Destroyer of hell.
punch it against regulations, flying off at the wrong point, which basically set alight a big bunch of the ground around the starport, including the coffee shop station.
Oh no.
And over the communications, you have the Elrood tower control telling you how many penalty points you've earned on your license.
Should have let
And
your
your license
drive.
probably made it work.
Cool, okay.
And you now have a running total fees of 3,000 credits for the damage done to the starport, which may go up in price depending on how far the fire spreads.
Hey, Ross, I can't hear what I'm saying, sorry, man.
Yep.
Yes, using package right next to the microphone really makes it go through. So you've been given a 3,000 plus fine, representing how much damage your fire caused, and the cleanup costs.
Okay. I look at the girl. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to get off the planet. That's okay.
That paperwork you signed, is it pilot liable or is it the person who signed the paperwork liable?
Pilot's liable. Because they're the trained people who went through the safety checks and the protocols.
Okay, if I go through that, I take it in, I know that I'll have to do something about later. Main thing is to get through to our thing. So if anything else is good, I get off the planet.
Okay,
Planet.
takes you about half an hour to fly up to safe jumping distance.
Okay.
And the coordinates work, and you jump to hyperspace.
Okay. I'll drink the rest of my coffee now. Once we get in hyperspace.
Especially
Well,
if
they
this
get
is
us to hyperspace, but do they get us out of hyperspace in one piece?
We haven't worked that bit out yet.
Well, it's
Okay.
probably the last cup of coffee you'll get.
probably the last cup of coffee they sold.
But I ain't going to be getting coffee from that place anymore.
Hey, coffee's overrated.
Yeah. Well, next time someone says "go to hell," you say "been there, burnt that."
Yeah, it's flaming hell now.
Or kill a coffee.
Hey, the idea is you're not supposed to burn the beans in a coffee, dumbass.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, well, he burned the beans and the Patriots.
Look, you want to fly the sucker? Shush. Keep quiet. Let's get
No,
into
I'm
the-
quite happy to watch you screw it up. It's awesome.
I know you love it.
And there's also a big scrape along the side of the ship as well.
Oh, of course there is.
Oh,
Oh, what the hell?
We just got this.
Okay. I just want to get us to the destination.
Okay, so traveling through hyperspace, the jump is said to take about an hour and a half. That's the usual amount of time it takes.
Yep.
Luckily for you, you got a class 1 hyperdrive, meaning it takes the usual amount of time. And then hour and a half comes round and it says you still haven't reached your destination. Then an hour 40 have passed and still haven't reached your destination.
I look at high ground, just like, what the fuck?
Can I do an investigation? How far off I think we're out here?
You could, but that would require you to jump out of hyperspace in an unknown location and then recalculate. You have a destination plotted.
Now, we're just doing to Kiron, isn't it? Kiron?
No, you are
We're
going
going-
to Pinet. Pinet is the next jump in the route.
Yeah, we have to do the check jump by jump, essentially. So
Yeah.
in the map, every kink on that yellow line is another jump.
Yeah. Oh, because you got Elrond and you got, is it Kidron?
Kidrod is the second jump from Elrood.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's two
oh.
jumps to get there.
Okay, sorry. My apologies. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so... I think after half an hour, Mark, if you still haven't arrived yet, like after our recommended time,
Yeah.
I would actually kind of want to jump out of hyperspace. Just to check.
So you want to just pull the lever at the 2 hour mark, half an hour past it, or do you want to wait for the ship to tell you it's arrived?
Can you tell how long is before when it's going to actually state that we're going to be arriving?
The time was unclear. It basically lets you know when you're at the destination.
Okay, so we don't know actually how long it's supposed to take. We just
You don't?
Yeah, so it's in Microsoft minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says it's 95% complete after 5 minutes of the journey.
Yeah, download speeds.
Okay. I'll hang on as long as if I feel we're still going on course. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I wouldn't know to jump out. So
Okay, so
Martin,
yep.
B1 spends some time investigating the systems on the ship to make sure that everything is running optimally.
Everything is running.
Not as a result of our delay, just because Piper's operating it and he's afraid that she's going to screw it up.
Well, also
Sounds
because
like
she's
it.
hit a coffee machine, coffee stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so at the 2 hour mark, your proximity alarm sounds, saying you're about to reach your destination.
Okay, buckle up.
Okay. I'll do that. Make sure everything's buckled up. Make sure everything's good.
Okay, and you jump out, coming out within sight of a gas giant known as Peanut Gas Giant. You get a beacon from one of the moons nearby. You can choose to continue making another jump or stop by. It's not required to stop at these stops, but this is the first stop of the leg.
Okay. We all good? Do we need to stop? Everyone okay? No one sick? I'm looking at my gracious leader while I say this.
Sick of your piloting.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I say we have a plan. Let's please stick to the plan.
Okay.
On the plus side, you can't run into anything out here.
Oh, there's a gas giant.
It's a bit hard to run into that.
There's probably a floating coffee shop around somewhere.
Okay, so does B1 give him another set of coordinates?
Only if she asks nicely.
I asked nicely, and I'll ask if you can assist me trying to work out our next jump.
Well, it's him doing it or you
We
doing
work
it.
together to calculate the next jump.
You don't have the capabilities to share the task.
I don't? Okay.
You do not.
Yeah, that will probably need to do modification to the ship.
It's not designed for cooperation.
And it comes
Just like our part.
Oh no.
Okay, so...
What? No, I don't like this.
Well, I can see lots of successes in there, so that is a good thing.
Oh, as long as he
Okay.
doesn't roll 2 despairs.
There was just 3 red dice, so I'm just like, oh no.
Ah, 3 red dice, okay.
Yep.
3 despairs would be bad.
Because of the challenges, so that becomes, make that 2 successes, remove that. So you get this awesome calculation for your droid is on fire for calculating it. So that is
Hit
4
with the fire
successes,
extinguisher if he's
That's
on
the
fire.
best news all day.
but 3 threat.
Okay.
Droid's on fire.
Jar, if I'm burning to death, you're coming with me. Someone get a fire extinguisher.
I'm wearing a flameproof suit. It's a flameproof hoodie.
Why do you think it's made out of wool? Makes it so much.
Can you breathe in space?
With his breast marks, yes. Okay.
As long as the plot allows.
Okay. Your coordinates aren't go into the system. What is really funny is when you roll those dice and you know it's a failure, but the coordinates lock in.
Cool.
Because that can happen.
That's great. Fun time.
Okay, so yes, the coordinates lock in again. Your estimated time of arrival is another hour and a half in the chair.
Okay.
So I'm going. You're basically traveling again via hyperspace.
Yep.
It's not very often you've done this recently. So does Piper play any mood music for everyone, considering you've got control of the ship?
Oh no.
Do you play your commercials?
No, we're not going to go there and let it go.
Or
Oh
you're
yeah,
gonna
if Piper does, B1 is going to interfere.
play, or you're going to play Dancing with Wookiees.
No.
I'm sure there is a local show for that. Okay, so you get to an hour and a half and you still haven't reached the destination, so obviously you've got some delay you're taking.
Yeah, I think this is not a ×1 drive, it might be ×1.5. Oh, he's got the bloody handbrake on.
One pip
I
faster.
checked. I did check that.
Doesn't seem to have a hyperspace break.
Okay.
You do check.
Okay.
It sounds plausible.
Good sound plausible.
Well, that's what they did with Doctor Who. The reason why he's making that noise, he's got the handbrake on.
And again, at the 2-hour mark, the system tells you you're coming up on your destination.
Okay. I'll get ready to come out. Let's see how off course I am. Should rush.
So you come out of hyperspace right next to the planet Kidron.
Yay!
Almost a perfect jump, lined up with their spaceport. Not that you were intending on landing here, but it has now been you've now been on the ship for
3 or 4 hours now.
5 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Cool. Yeah. Look, I'm happy to continue on to coin unless I'll just think it unless Kayana feels that she needs to take over or somebody else needs to take over. So
It's 6 more jumps to coin.
6-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just verifying before we leave Kidron's planetary area. Was there anything on Kidron that anybody remembers that we need to go to Kidron for?
Harper shrugs.
I can't remember anything.
No, not that I can remember.
Cool. I tell Piper to gas it. Let's go.
Yes, boss. Yeah. Now this time,
Yep.
through the last 2, I'd like to do mine.
Would you like to do one? Okay, so we take away 1 green and 1 black. But that's the dice pool.
Yeah. It's not gonna.
How hard can it be?
Well, it's an easy check. It's just upgraded a few times. Okay, so Piper's in charge. Piper's in charge.
Say that in such a vicious way.
Scary prospect.
How can that be vicious? So apparently
My
you.
ears.
Okay, so after making the check, you spend 15 minutes, half the time the droid does it, and it says invalid coordinates.
Oh, I just looked at the droid and go, okay, tell me where to go. I'll get the droid to do it this time around, because if I can't do it, then I'll go with the person that seems to be doing it well so far. I'm shooting into another dice on top of our list sort of thing.
Okay, it just takes another half an hour to do the check when the droid does it.
Oh no, that's fair enough.
Okay, so apparently there was only 1 bad dice roll on that one.
Okay, so what was the threat you ran into a blue box?
So you got 6 successes
Cool.
Nice.
And 3
and
despairs.
Please no.
6 threat.
Okay, so we did run into a blue box.
Damn.
We did run into blue boxes.
Okay, so the base trip time was an hour and a half.
You know, yeah, you got a feeling you're going to the party tonight, and I have a feeling about that, that's all.
Okay, so you've locked in coordinates for Nelphorus. You expect it to take about an hour and a half. 2.5 hours later, the alarm finally comes on. Each threat has been adding
Could be
10
worse.
minutes to the time.
What is the next stop called?
Nelphorus. Nelphorus. So at Nelphorus, It is basically just a beacon. There is no real starboard here or sign of habitation.
Okay.
No pirates, which is good, and bad because you shoot pirates.
I have a gun.
Alright, so yeah, nothing around. I tell Piper keep on going.
Okay.
At this point, we've been traveling for 8 hours. Is that correct?
Okay, so
Something like that.
It's like 8 or 9.
it was 15 minutes.
Okay.
So has this got
To be
a
exact.
Well,
Electronic,
it's always good to be exact
chessboard?
because things do come in.
Oh,
They do not
we
have
went
an
against-
electronic chessboard. They don't actually have a nice little relaxation area. They've got your stations. They've got the cells almost have more room than your bunks because there's room enough for each person to lie down in the bunks, in the cells, but the bunks you're sharing 3 to a room.
Oh, okay.
Not even the captain's room is better because there's no captain's room. It's just crew quarters.
Okay.
Okay.
so the captain is requisitioned one of the cells.
Well, it's not like that hasn't happened in the past. So, does the droid give you do the plot from Nelfris to Alluvia?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're doing better than I am.
So far, he has statistically done perfect jumps.
I think that is still fairly perfect. So let's see. I take that, those two.
You guys
and-
don't know how long it was supposed to take.
And that goes to there.
Piper might, but Piper's no snitch.
Okay, so
That's right. I don't snitch on B1.
you got 1 success
Great success.
and 3 threat for a trip that's supposed to take 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's just not operating the ship at its full capacity.
Yeah, no, I'm actually saving us money in fuel.
Okay.
We're just cruising.
So an hour later, hour and a half with the calculations, you arrive at Alluvia. So that puts you
Yeah, you
at
know
the...
what? Considering we're not paying for this, y'all can shut up if you've got an issue with it.
Yeah,
I don't have an
great.
issue with it. I don't know how long it's going to be.
That's good. Just if I see any sort of descent, I'll just look at B1 and then I'll just look at the person. I'll look at B1 again, and I just say, don't upset B1. Kind of that look kind of thing. So, if I get
Everyone
upset,
just shrugs because he's actually paying attention.
Okay. So you hear over the comms you've reached the Randall Mining Corporation, one of their systems. They have a Ithorian herd ship here overseeing their mining, making sure that they have ethical mining.
like I said, I just say we're travelling through, and that's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
Though you are at the nearly 10 hours of straight travel time here.
Yeah, but now, I don't know about the Star Wars one.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually rest time, I've got a feeling.
Yep.
Opposed to tension.
For most people, you considering it's a lot of short jumps, you don't want to spend all your time on duty active.
Cool.
Because after sitting in the gun while watching hyperspace go past, hoping that someone's going to come and shoot you, or not.
Yeah.
Please.
Either that or you just fall asleep in the gun seat.
Look, I go to Cayenne. I go, look, I've done a fair bit of polling. Does somebody want to take over while I have a bit of break? And then see if I can go for the snooze somewhere. fair
Superior
enough.
droid locks intensify.
I'll take over for Piper for flying the ship from here.
You got pilot in your
Is it-
face as well?
Yeah, I do.
Can I find a little spot in the
Yes, there is this perfect spot in the cells. It has a bed. It's a room to yourself. It's the first time you'll ever have a room to yourself.
I promise you I won't lock you in there.
Yeah, when B1 says that, being a droid, I don't see any sort of change of emotion or anything like that, I assume.
Not really, but the fact the doors are self-locking.
Are self-locking.
Yep.
Are they locked from
Yeah,
the
I said I won't lock you in there.
Yeah, it's nothing with the doors locking or the Jawa locking, because the Jawa's on the security.
It's very easy to unlock from the outside.
I do want, if I know that I'm not sleeping in any of those cages, I don't, no offense, but I don't trust anyone. Especially in this party, especially in Jawa.
I've been doing this job, damn it.
So, I trust B1, I just don't trust the Jawa. So, I'll sleep outside the kind of,
Innocent.
so,
You're probably better off trusting the Jawa not to be a dick to you, to be honest.
yeah, nah. I'm trusting B1.
Yeah, if they want to dick you around, he just won't ruin your life.
Yeah, that's Piper's job.
Okay, I'm going to forget this. I'm going to sleep in one of the cages.
Okay, how did I get lucky?
I'll try to make sure I keep it, something I keep open, not trying to put myself closing myself.
That's okay, the security camera's on the whole time, and I'm sure there's someone very happy watching the footage.
Okay, I'll go get a bit of a rest, and you wake me up when you want a break, I'll just say to Jana.
Yeah.
Yeah, B1 begins recording and selling the footage on space internet.
Okay.
I'm sure it will go for a premium. So does our droid make the next check?
He is concerned that he is working with somebody other than Piper, but yeah, he'll give it a go.
Okay. So you are planning a jump to the planet known as Zaspal.
Now, if anything goes wrong, it obviously wasn't B1's fault, because everything else has been going so fast.
Well, that's quite a lot of failures in that roll.
Death in my pop.
Roll.
Okay, so that was the only success. Well, you got some advantages, but you managed to get 2, 4, 7 failures.
You stalled it.
And 2 advantage.
I don't pilot the ship.
Okay, so what will failures get me on that list of things?
7 of them.
Well, okay, so the droid gives you a list of numbers to put in to jump, and apparently when he finishes, it's still asking for numbers. It hasn't finished. It's just coming back with error.
I say to
Why'd you put the wrong numbers in?
you didn't give me enough numbers. If you want, you can go charge up a bit, because you've been doing such a great job so far, and it's been flying for a long time. Why don't you have a rest? I'll try to see if I can
Stop blowing dust up my backside.
Go take a rest.
So you're going to try to do the coordinates?
I literally can't rest.
Okay, that will be fun because...
yeah, no, this is going to be bad. Yeah, my agility is 3 and I have 1 in
Do you have
space.
anything in astrogation?
Nope.
So that is 3 green.
Yeah, that's it.
That's okay, there's just a lot of dice there.
Wait, why are you doing this?
Because you didn't give me the right numbers. We don't have anywhere to go.
You put the wrong numbers in.
You didn't give us enough numbers.
Get the hell out of the way. Let me do it again.
Is the gunnery apartment airtight?
It is connected to the rest of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. That is.
While they're arguing, I'm gonna put on my rebreather.
For no reason, huh? Okay, so.
Both of them are getting argumentative by Yancy, so this isn't a good sign. At least when Piper was piloting, it's actually not getting antsy.
Okay, so after
Yeah,
half an
when
hour
have
of
you
trying
not
to plot
seen
the
me
coordinates,
argumentative?
you've got too many
Yeah,
numbers.
but this is different
I have
argument.
too many numbers now.
It says invalid route.
Okay.
Apparently, flying through a star
Alright,
is not
hang on,
recommended.
hang on. Let me reevaluate these calculations. I'm sure you put the numbers in wrong. Give me a moment. Anyone's going to try again?
Yeah, can we try rolling? Yeah.
Oh, you can keep trying as many times as you like. It takes half an hour every time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Astrogation.
Yeah.
one of those things is you can spend.
Isn't that just an intellect?
It is intellect, but
Well, yeah, no, you
Ah.
because you have your raw score up here, and then you have the skills that you have.
so everyone can do an astrogation check. Some people are trained in doing it well.
Right.
Some people are just genuinely geniuses.
Okay, so those two disappear. Those two disappear. Those two disappear. And those two
He
disappear.
doesn't need to breathe air.
Okay, so another half an hour in, you've got one thread. Basically, it doesn't compute. You didn't even get to the inputting it at that point. It's like you've miscarried somewhere, and somehow, as far as you can tell, everything just doesn't work.
Everyone looks visibly frustrated. There must be something wrong with these maps. He tries again.
Who is our other person with? Which
Yeah,
one has
Piper.
intelligence 4?
That was Vano. Or the I think the Jowl might have intelligence 4.
No.
I've got two.
No, he's got cunning 4.
Cunning
Who has
5.
intelligence or intellect 3?
That may be Ariadna or.
Yeah, no, Piper is the next best person to be plotting.
Is that no?
She has willpower 4.
Yeah. I think that might have been.
Unless you kick B1 off the console, he's going to continue to attempt to do it.
Yeah, I think it might have been Kadkia.
Well, it was a fairly good roll.
Okay,
So
we'll go
that
down.
takes you 2 hours to come up with 2 successes.
Is that me?
Yep.
It would probably be better if
And
we go
2 threat.
Is that another puzzle?
Cool.
Yeah.
For a planned 30-minute jump.
Here, put these numbers in. Let's go.
Alright. So we'll get going. How many hours in are we? 12?
Well, it took you more time to plot than it did to actually jump.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so after actually making that jump, that puts you at just over 12 and a half hours.
Yep.
So quite a long time actually just getting part of the way there.
Yep.
And you arrive at Zasfal. Okay. Has a nice little coin outpost here. It's not coin itself, but it's one of their training wells. You can hear their hail over the comms as their system patrol vehicles are looking for anyone to shoot.
I guess we'll answer their hail.
Okay, so someone starts speaking during Coinax.
Hey, let's say the bus driver.
I speak in what is it common here? What's it called?
Basically, some common language.
I started asking for a translator in basic.
Okay, the person yells louder. Seems to be saying the same thing. Apparently, they believe that if they yell louder, you can understand.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else would have.
Ross,
Wait
I
a minute.
believe, has xenology, which allows you to understand languages.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and get Khalid on comms.
Yeah.
And I say, we need your assistance with some translation, perhaps.
Okay, well, they're speaking in Hatui's, Bachi,
Koinite.
So they're speaking what?
Koinite, based on their dialect.
Koinite.
So you...
Okay, well, I've got 1 in zoology, and my dice pool is 2.
Yep. That's okay. It's not really a hard check, it's just whether or not you can understand what they're trying to say to you.
That's what I'm saying. Who are you? What do you want?
Okay, so you fail, but you're very triumphant in your failure. So what would you
Anyone
like?
starts formulating a small plan.
Would B1 like to start making coordinates for a jump?
Yeah, he's going to do that, but also he's going to send a machine code message to try and communicate with one of their droids.
So, basically, I can't understand them, but they can understand me.
Quite possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Try.
There are a lot of people who won't actually speak basic. Jawas included generally don't speak basic, they make everyone think they can't.
Makes sense.
They don't speak it. They can speak it, but they don't.
Yes. You just found the one of the few ones who's making a profit from speaking it.
Yeah.
That's because he's not actually a Jawa. Under that hood, he's something completely different.
Okay, so yes.
He's an Ewok. He's a goddamn Ewok.
As trying to communicate with the ships, you find they don't have any droids on their ships.
Done, don't care. I'm gonna start plotting new jump coordinate.
Okay. At which point you do remember that the Koinites are not particularly fond of droids.
Plotting intensifies.
As you can see, they'll reach you in about 10 minutes, considering that's still another 20 minutes of calculation time before the droid will have your jump ready. What do you want to do?
B1 takes a brief moment. Somebody needs to wake Piper up, also charge the weapons and get ready to fight.
Wait a second, that guy, Fortnight's are very violent, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
I would
So
say-
wake Piper up. She's the best pilot we have.
Even with Khalid not being able to translate, try to see if he could say, or just jumping, coming in peace.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we're just basically going to point.
And then I'll tell everybody else to be ready on guns.
Okay, I will make that a...
Could I use my convincing demeanor?
Holy hell, somebody wake Piper up. Even if we have to move, she's gonna get injured while she's in there.
Well, you can always just click on the klaxon, that will wake her up.
I'm trying to avoid panicking, you dumb meat sacks. But okay.
Well, anyone will panic and wipe up.
Oh wait, it's Empire. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, so you're going to try to negotiate with them, Ross?
Yes. I am using my natural negotiation ability.
Yep.
And
What does that give you?
it's 4 green dice.
4 green dice, yep.
Yep.
Does Piper wake up?
I'm sure Piper wakes up with a start.
What? What's wrong?
Packer, get up! We might be being attacked. I've got to go back to work. Don't be useful.
Okay. Strike the posse.
Okay, someone's in the pilot seat.
That's me.
Your boss.
Hey, Kiana, do you need me or I couldn't need it?
Get to security.
I'll go sit in Kiana's seat, just on the other seat.
Okay, so you find yourself sitting in security with this playback of you sleeping and then waking up to the sound of the alarm on loop.
Oh, you're not supposed to see that. Sorry, I'll go back to doing this. Sorry.
And
It's okay.
thus
Okay.
ends the show of Piper Gone Bad.
Okay. Your droid starts the finishes the calculations without you being shot at.
Oh, thank goodness.
As the coin ships seem to be flanking you while you're doing your checks.
Okay.
And that looks promising in many ways.
For who?
Everyone, I'm sure. So the more of the bad dice I can get away, the better it is for you. So that is one of each. So make that a... Okay, so you managed to actually do it with a despair.
Oh, great.
And
That's okay, just get
for
us the hell out of
advantages.
here.
Okay, so with our astrogation under the spare. Okay, the coordinates go in.
Great.
Here's the coordinates. Punch it. Go.
Alright, yep, we do that. I'm sure this is exactly going to work.
I'm not.
Okay, so you find yourself jumping to hyperspace. After about 10 minutes, the alarm starts sounding, which is about 20 minutes too early.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Which basically saying time to jump out.
Okay.
So the pilot pull the lever and jump out.
Yeah.
Okay, you come out of hyperspace almost nose to stone to a giant asteroid. If you had waited just a little bit longer, you might have smacked right into it.
Roll new characters.
About the size of a moon. Just rolling through space.
Okay.
Okay. So this isn't the remnants of
That's
coin.
no space station, it's a moon.
So thankfully we stopped just in time. Do I have to roll anything to maneuver out of the way of the asteroid?
No, it's fairly easy. There are no stars in or planets within sensor range.
Great.
But you can figure out where you are and jump.
Okay.
You're not that far off course.
I'll try. Okay.
Yeah, B1's already working that out.
Yeah, we'll have D1 start calculating. I'll continue to keep an eye out for any other threats in the area.
Well,
Can I
actually, if you plotted this, you could probably name that moon or something and probably claim mining rights on it.
Well, it probably is already claimed, but because it's between systems, most people don't do more than track where it's going. Very hard to track something that jumps between systems, to own something that jumps between systems.
Can I fall asleep on the security bench because I've had enough sleep yet?
You can.
Thank you.
It's comfortable too, all those buttons on your face. And levers.
Alright, so the doors are opening and closing. Opening and closing.
And your droid goes and makes more coordinates for you to try to get to your next destination. What could go wrong?
There you go.
Okay, so apparently he's now back on track. He gets 3 successes.
He just needed a Windows update.
Apparently he was still, in that loading phase with the coins. That doesn't like I'm being around the planet.
There you go.
And you drop out at the planet Bodron. After only a 30-minute trip.
Okay. So technically, it was a shortcut.
The way you normally pilot, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Okay. So at Bodron itself, it is one of the major stops on there. It's you come in right next to the planet itself. It's a mountainous, rocky planet. And known for the Elrood Quarry Corporation. They make stone.
But this is fancy stone, is it?
I'm sure it's using every bit of stone each possible. And they still have the separatist beacon that B1 picks up.
Oh.
As this was one of the separatist staging grounds.
Surely it makes the party aware of the beacon, but doesn't care.
So B1's got spare parts here.
Doesn't necessarily mean he has spare parts. But you can jump onto from Bodron to Genesys.
I say if nobody.
You're 14 hours into your first trip.
Yeah. But we only have 2 jumps to go.
Piper is feeling a little bit better after all that console sleeping.
Yeah.
Though you have seen your cell blocks opening and closing in random patterns on your pilot board.
Oh!
I'll finish out the trip. I think it's fine.
Okay.
You okay? Okay. No problems, Skylar.
Yeah.
You go back to sleep on the console?
45 depends how much of burst I'll get. If I feel I need some, I'll have another sleep.
Well, apparently you're not needed at the moment, so you may as well make the most of it. When there's an emergency, there's always an emergency.
I'll get like a chuck of Joe in the cell. No, I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Well, that's always fun.
Oh no.
It's as if B1 was listening to your thoughts and then looks at the jar and do you guys have sharp teeth?
I have a ionization blaster.
With your name on it.
No. I don't care about that. I was more thinking as you know, a medical professional. Do you guys even have teeth?
Okay, so...
I mean, if you get hurt, I have to fix you, right?
So, after spending half an hour coming up with coordinations, your droid puts them in.
Okay.
And you go, bing!
What?
Here,
It
try
works.
these. Let's see if that works.
It locks in. One hole to spare. That's what you got.
Okay, so we only got one to spare. So he locked it in, and then nothing happened.
Oh no, it's locked in. It says you've got coordinates locked in.
Try 9. Go for 9. 9. Go on.
I have to trust that the droid put the coordinates in correctly.
Okay.
We go ahead.
Fine. As soon as you hit the hyperspace button, I had no idea.
I guess.
Well, this is your fault then.
Okay, so about half an hour out, proximity sensors go off again.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
And you're dumped out of hyperspace before you can grab the lever. And you see your ship is currently spiraling towards a gas giant.
Oh, great.
Pilot check.
Okay.
As everyone's thrown about as the ship is now technically going sideways.
Okay. Yeah, I have 1 in space piloting. 3 in agility.
3 in agility?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently you succeed well.
Ooh.
But the ship does take 1 strain. You can hear the effort of the ship itself pulling out of the gas giant. It really wanted to, spiral in on a death spiral the way you were angled in.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and write us and check on everybody.
System comes up as unknown system.
Unknown system. B1, where did you take us?
Everything went perfectly. I bet you're wondering why I brought you here.
Oh my god. Talk about your car's extended warranty.
Goats, I have no idea. I don't know what happened. You shouldn't have put 9 in. That was dumb.
You did this. I did not touch it.
You're the pilot. I just give you the numbers.
You're
Sometimes I don't even give you the right numbers. We still end up in the right place, though.
We should
So
really
if,
look
if,
into
if,
his
if
extended
B1's in the middle,
warranty.
I fly
You really
across and
should
actually
get
hit
to his
B1.
extended warranty.
You can get Piper comes up on from the
Yeah.
security deck on camera, and you see the word exit in reverse on Piper's face.
Nice.
What'd you do, Kiana? I was having a good sleep there. What's going on?
I say.
Yeah, Kiana, what did you do?
Yeah, what did I do? Great question. The ship was pulled out of hyperspace due to the coordinates taking us a little too close to the gravity of this gas giant here. So
Yeah,
we
no,
are
no,
going to
look,
are going to recalculate these numbers to figure out where the hell we are, and also try to get us back on track to going to whatever the next stop was. Kudos, yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie. That was my bad. It should have been an 8.
Hey, look, you all make mistakes, I say to B1. I tap off the shoulder.
Unknown systems always have difficulties.
So I go,
This
okay.
doesn't mean that I'm not gonna give you hell for the next time you screw up. You know that, right?
There's too many dice.
Well, it looks like it's going to be. Looks like it might be a success. Who knows? We'll find out. There's enough good die. Oh no, it's going to be a failure. So 1 failure and 2 threat. After 30 minutes of it does not compute.
Cool. Gonna start again. I'm not gonna act like anything wrong happened. Just gonna start again.
It just seems that you're taking a really long time to recalculate.
Well, we thought it was going to be ready.
Yourself.
It's the right number of dice.
So you're gonna need 2 hands to do that.
Hopefully not. So that's covered.
Maybe we could use a force point.
You could.
I'm thinking at this point, honestly.
You do have force points, so you can use them. Okay.
No, it's alright. Just the blade for a second. Let's get going.
So, 1 failure, 1 despair, and 2 threat.
I'm gonna use a.
Can I intercede?
You can. But the system accepts the
B1
uncoordinates.
immediately. I was thinking that halfway through the calculations, B1 immediately goes offline and
Shuts
and
down.
becomes completely unresponsive.
I can do that instead.
Yeah.
Okay. The B1 goes offline. In the middle of doing their calculations.
Okay.
So he takes it to spare for you. Piper's your next best bet.
I was gonna say, I call out Piper, and I said,
Hey,
get in here. We need you right away to do coordinates. B1 has shut down. He's your droid. I'm assuming he taught you at least some skill at this.
We need to
Oh,
look
yeah.
at his extended
Yeah.
warranty.
so if B-Wing's offline, I will try to work out the coordinates by trying to write it on B1's steel frame. So,
What?
Oh, you dick.
This is the one time he's able to do
Okay,
this.
so the GM is going to give you 2 blue dice for that.
is that good?
Okay, so take
You're
away.
clearly like osmosising his navigation capabilities through just walking it out on him.
Well,
Yeah,
I've got it on the camera so they can actually see online. So they get to sort of add up the tally without having to have me tell them all the time. So
So
you
you
get
can see
a lot
how
of good
terrible they're
dice.
failing.
They may actually calculate it before I do. Oh, one of those really nice bad things.
Probably should have used a force.
Lol.
Okay, so that becomes a success and that goes away. So you got a success.
But
A despair,
Some advantages?
and two advantages, yeah.
The despair is that it was a permanent marker.
Yep, I'm happy with that idea. I'm going to regret it later.
What, so you want to say you've now got a permanent scratch on your face from the keys?
Oh, I'll be
Oh no, on the droid.
Yeah, I as a player, I'm happy to, and as a character, I'm happy to take that despair, that second despair.
He's got a
I'm
tattoo
sorry, yeah.
now.
I was going to say, I did write on the back of the droid, not the front, so it makes it hard to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Amusingly, you've written with the ink that shines in ultraviolet.
Thanks, Martin. Good idea.
Invisible ink. Oh, jeez.
that says kick me.
Well, it's got all these coordinates from where you were to where you got to.
Yeah.
And then he forgets everything about it, and then a couple of months later we say, where was that system? Oh, it's behind you. With me behind you. Turn around, B1.
No, I didn't write kick me because I know it's going too far. So,
Yeah, because he will kick you.
yes.
Okay, so that gets you to Kunos. You come out again in another coinite system. We have anything special about Kunos? No, that's OP Kunos. Okay, it is a coinite system. They also have a training facility here, and you can see them having a what you think is a mock battle between about 20 odd different starfighters.
We get to shoot.
All of them look identical on your system.
Can we tell it looks like a mock battle?
That's completely up to you.
If only you had somebody good with computing and operating sensors.
Looking at the ships, do they all look to be exactly the same?
They all look to be the same style ships, all coinite based ships.
I'll go ahead and say that we try to steer clear and get out of the area as soon as possible.
Okay, you're coming up to 17 and a half hours as you start to make your jump to hyperspace while that's happening. And is Piper continuing to use the droid as a writing board, considering that seemed to help?
If it helped, I'm going to go with it.
Okay.
I will regret this, and I'll
Sure.
be injured later on, but it will help.
Okay. So
Do you want me to roll for you?
I might get you to roll. I'll just get the dice pool then. So that is
You're gonna have
those. We have. That's the bad dice, and we have that is the dice pool. So we take that one out.
I have no idea.
Okay, so these two cancel out. They're the same symbol. So I can take these ones to cancel out. These have nothing on them. That has nothing on it. Those two cancel each other out. So you rolled 2 successes and an advantage.
Hey,
You're welcome.
thank you very much.
Yeah, we're gonna have you roll from now on.
Okay. So, supposed
Shut
to
up.
supposed to be a 1.5 hour trip, and you find yourself there 5 minutes early.
Oh, how wonderful! You're 5 minutes early after being maybe another
Well,
8 hours delayed, but it's fine.
there are a lot of worse things that can happen. So you come in at Koinos. It's 19 out, almost 19 and a half hours in. And you hear you get Koinot starport control. They have a space station orbiting it. You can see that there's a Star Destroyer still here.
Okay.
It was here when you left.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah, that's right.
It's basically been sitting on the Koinot route to the north. So ships that come out from that direction generally have to go through their customs. And there's apparently another one in Darrell,
Okay.
because there's another jump off onto the major hyperspace route there.
Yeah. So I guess I'll call down to. Wait. This is the whole sector, right?
This is most of the sector, yes.
We are the rangers of this area.
Yep.
I will call down to there, stating we are sector rangers on official business, requesting permission to land.
Okay, while you're doing that request, there is a bit of static and an override as you get. This is Captain Zed of the Star Destroyer Stalker requesting you to stop by for an update.
I will change course and stop by the Star Destroyer.
Okay, it's an impressive ship when you consider that it's more than a kilometre of steel and metal belted onto a couple of huge engines at the back. It's got more weaponry than most armies even see. And it can melt planets from space. The whole glass of planet. Can't destroy a planet, but it can render all life useless.
Yeah. Cool.
So, while it can't destroy a star, it can, pretty much mess up a planet.
Yeah.
And you get an escorting of TIE fighters. That wasn't a TIE fighter blowing up.
So we get escorted by TIE fighters. Yeah, I make sure I follow all protocol that I know from Sector Ranger training.
Okay, give me an education check.
I have nothing in that. So it's straight intelligence, so I only have 2.
You only have 2. Let's see how well you go. You didn't really pay enough attention in class. Apparently, you managed to get a couple of infractions coming in.
Okay.
Something about coming in a little too fast.
Alright.
So we're going to make it a harder piloting check to land. It was going to be a free check, but considering you've got your protocols,
Yeah.
that is 1 yellow and 2 green for you.
Yep.
Against 2 purple. So no particularly hard check, but enough to cause damage.
Yep.
And damage you cause.
Oh god.
Okay, so yes, you managed to break crush a TIE fighter on your way in.
One of the ones escorting us, or a parked one?
Let's see, I'll roll one of the red dice. If it comes up as a spare, it's one of the ones that's flying. Nope, just a threat.
Okay.
Percy jumps out of the way. Yep.
I have been rolling d20s since the moment I went offline,
Yep.
waiting for a 20, and I've just rolled a 20. Can I come back online?
You can come back online just as you hear the metal shrieking on the outside of the hull as you crush a TIE fighter.
Diagnostic mode engaged.
Apparently
What the hell is that?
you've gained some mass.
If I see B1 wake online, I might just go back to my security console. 10 hours there.
So
Anyone doesn't make any comments whatsoever.
Okay, B1, what's up? You're quiet.
This unit appears to have suffered a system malfunction.
Oh, great. He's rebooting.
Keep telling you.
I have already
It's
rebooted.
extended warranty.
I'm in diagnostic mode.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
I'll
No, you don't, because I don't even know where it's going. I'm just writing it down.
try to keep a straight face as we
Oh,
land.
great. So he's in self-repair.
Okay, you can see that there is a rather annoyed-looking officer banging on the outside of the ship.
Yeah, we go ahead and disembark.
Okay.
Somebody should engage with that organic. He looks distressed.
You can hear someone yelling as the door starts to open. You crashed my ship! Why'd you crash my... As you see outside, there is a completely flattened TIE fighter. It looks like one of the upgraded models.
Please, organic. Your stress levels are quite high. Do you require a laxant?
So Piper was flying, was he?
No, I was flying.
Okay, so we've got a... So your tally is a crushed ship
Yep.
and a coffee stand.
Well, Piper got the coffee stand.
Yeah, Piper did the coffee stand, and then I did the TIE fighter.
Yep.
Traditionally, when a ship kills another ship, a marker is placed on the outside of your ship to celebrate that victory. I can paint this on your ship if you would like.
We could have a coffee cup and a TIE
A
fighter.
coffee cart and a TIE fighter.
I'll tell him,
I can.
not for this ship, B1, thank you for offering, and then I'll go ahead and I'll say, I apologize, sir, I didn't see you parked there.
It's off to the side of the landing zone. The landing zone is this big area. He points over to this big clear space, and it's a truck off. And I was almost kidding. And he's having trouble just actually saying anything. He's that upset.
Yeah, I'll say,
Think on the bright
again,
side.
I apologize, and I will walk on past him.
Okay.
Think on the bright side. You weren't in it.
He still looks upset, but he is trying to find the bright side of the thing. As you can see, another pilot nearby pointing and laughing at him.
Organic, please. Tell me
The
your
other thing
problems.
is,
I will listen
you're
to
not
you.
flying a death trap.
It's not a death trap, he says. It was a state-of-the-art fighter.
Yeah, that they skimped on, what was it? Life support?
So, Ross, that is a perspective, not a popular perspective.
Yeah,
Because-
probably a very unpopular perspective right now.
Especially considering it's considered a state-of-the-art fighter that only went into production less than 5 years ago.
Please, Organic, take me to your ship and we can talk about it. Tell me about why it was so good.
Well, it tells a long story to your droid while everyone else is busy.
Yep.
As you can see, your droid providing some form of comfort, I'm sure. We'll leave that up to David exactly what form that takes.
Yeah, no, he's just allowing him to talk it out and also providing a significant distraction. We're also pointing out how many parts could be salvaged and applied to a second type pilot to make it even better.
Okay, so while that's happening, the captain of the Star Destroyer strolls mightily over the deck. That's the only way you can say how he strolls. He strolls with purpose, not with grace. You can hear him coming, and everyone
It's
around you
definitely not Thrawn, then.
stands to attention.
This is one way of making an entrance.
And he says, "You were you the pilot of the ship?" He says, pointing at Piper.
Oh, you're really quiet.
He walked away from his mic at the time.
The mic was off on the side. Is that better?
That is
Yeah.
better.
Okay, sorry. I was actually.
Okay, then he starts ignoring you. Then he points at Kadkia. Were you the pilot of this thing? What does Kadkia say?
She's shocked in silence.
Sorry about that. I
well-
was on mute and I spaced out for a second. What was the question?
He looks at you going, "Are you sure you should have been piloting this thing?" His question was, "Were you the pilot of this thing?" in a rather angry way.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure I wasn't piloting, but sure, okay.
What? Okay, that's
So,
one way
Stefan,
of
he's
standing up.
just... You're the second person he's asked.
And you said yes.
Okay,
What?
fine. Yes, it was my responsibility. I apologise.
Okay,
Had a slight issue with controls.
He starts stressing you down for your lack of piloting finesse and breaking Imperial regulations, and disqualifies your piloting license on the spot.
Okay,
He says you're going to have to reapply for that.
that's fine.
Well, that's
After a
perfect.
period of 3 months have passed for breach of requirements.
Yep, I'll take that on the nose. Is there anything else we can help you with, officer?
His eyes narrow at you and says, "That's captain to you, little lady."
Oof.
Apologies, it's been a long trip. I'm frustrated. And
That's
just
okay.
wanna-
I'm sure I can help. I have a nice little room where you can spend some time by yourself and reacquaint yourself with
Somebody
Imperial
dropped
regulations.
Alan's name.
I will interrupt.
I step in. Captain, can I have your full name, as I'd like to just document this so when we go back to our planet so I can advise Thrawn on our adventures that he was interested in.
That is Captain Arkal Zed.
And your Imperial code reference number?
He gives you his reference number. He says he can call up Thrawn now if you like. He was just speaking with him.
Of course he was.
I have no problem with that, actually.
I think Thrawn probably likes us more than him.
Would you like to speak to him?
Yes, because I'll ask if there was any update of the Wookiee break-in, if it actually has been transferred to our custody.
Whatever criminal cases you're working on aren't my interest. I'm interested in military matters, not simple break-in entries.
Yes, but Thrawn is interested in all matters.
That's true.
As you do remember that he does like the exotic alien cultures.
And the details.
Yes, he loves details.
I'm sure I will send him footage of your ex-pilot Kadkir's rough landing and lack of Imperial procedure. You know, you should at least turn your engines off or request a tractor beam landing if you're that incompetent in flight, he says as he's walking off, telling you to follow him. Completely ignoring you at this stage.
Yeah.
I double dare you guys not to follow him.
I follow.
No, we follow because we need to talk to Thrawn.
Yeah, follow.
We just basically don't have Piper in the view.
You find yourself all squeezed into a lift.
Poppy actually goes helps out big one. So
Yes, because this is called a stalling tactic, so Piper can get out of the view.
Yes, you find yourself.
Piper wasn't even piloting.
Yes, but Piper is still part of the crew.
No, Poppy's actually going to sound everyone to
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah.
Hello, Piper. This young officer was just telling me about this ship and how good it was.
I introduced myself to the officer as Piper Veteran.
He brightens up saying he's seen your commercials. He really likes the way you treated the Wookiees in the background.
Yes. He was a... I thought
At which point you're going Wookiees?
I don't know, I saw them, I heard about the Wookiees, didn't I?
Not that
last session. If I didn't go, oh, yes, Wookiees, and I'll try to...
You didn't pay that much attention to them.
No, yes, they were quite a bit more class to the video, and I'm trying to do it in the best possible kind of way, yeah. But nice to meet you. I'm sorry about what happened to you, but this droid is quite talented in his skills, so...
That's okay, I'm sure they'll discharge it to your department.
Yep, that's... yes, yes.
That's unlikely.
Anyway, I'll hang around B1 for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't really want to go into the other bit, so, yeah.
Okay, so you, the rest of you find yourself on the bridge of the Star Destroyer as the turbo comes out there.
Well, I always wanted to have a look at the bridge of this.
It is an impressive view of the planet coin and the main hyperjump lane coming into the planet. As well as you can see all his bridge crew hailing all the various vessels in the region. There's probably about 200 to 300 vessels at any given time. And you can see a holographic tracking of all the ships in the sector.
Well, on the plus side, you can see the efficiency of the Empire.
And then you're taken into the back room where they've got a person giving details to Thrawn, who stops and turns and looks in your direction. As Captain Zed introduces Khalid, said he wished to ask you some questions. Yes. And Thrawn is quite happy to turn and face you, and does that whole hands in front of his face thing as he's doing the whole, yes, tell me what your issue is.
No, the issue is I was just inquiring on our request for the having the Wookiee brand break-in being transferred to our jurisdiction due to the fact that it actually happened on Ranger property, not Imperial property.
Says yes, but you've got quite a few outstanding jobs. He doesn't want you to get tied down by the clutter of the mundane stuff he can assign to other officers.
Oh, Thrawn, you so caring.
As well as the investigations to the other matter, we suspect that.
Are you giving a final report?
No. We're just giving you an update. Just
Then
in case,
it's better. He recommends that you actually be, thorough before passing hearsay.
okay.
He does not deal
I was
in.
just more in giving you an update, just in case something like we go missing.
He does have access to your systems logs if you make sure you leave reports on what you're up to.
Alright, very well.
But he does not see the need to go into all the details with you directly when you can quite easily put it down in writing for him to review ongoing. He does find your activities quite interesting.
Actually, off of the record thing, the Imperial's mining thing, they would have had to be transferred through here as well.
Quite possibly, or Darylin. But doesn't
That's
guarantee
the other reason why we're here, so we can find out what transfers through here as well.
That would have been before the Star Destroyer arrived.
Yeah.
So you might want to check with the Coinite space station.
Actually, that's the other thing. Do they actually have a outpost on the Coinite station?
The Empire?
Yeah.
No, they don't actually have their own. They don't have their own presence there at this stage. Basically, the Coinites are a bit of a very much space Klingons, and you don't want to get too much military around space Klingons.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway. He says.
Very well.
Oh no, it appears to be a space key.
So.
The block cheese, the whole block is moldy, so hopefully that will.
Should be okay. Okay, so yes, he does authorize access to the space station if you need it.
Yep.
And he asked, was there anything else you needed for his attention right now?
If we can get a manifesto of the Imperial mining that was being shipped to, what was the name of the planet that we came from?
Elrood.
Elrood. And basically the who's in charge type of the.
So you should already have that in your databanks.
We just want to match it because we're just comparing to make sure that both of them are the same. Because we may or may not have some suspicion with certain bookkeeping.
So it should be fairly easy to just do a file check to make sure that nothing's been tampered with. Would you like him to initiate one now?
Yes. Thank you.
He gestures off to the side of the screen. Part of him disappears as he turns back and says, "So, Kayana, what have you got to report now that you're actually here?"
What do I have to report?
Considering you'd be the one he's expecting to report as the person in charge.
Yeah, instead of the face person.
I would say that in regards to both the bombing and the governor's aid, We do believe there is some sort of connection that ties together each of these different lines of investigation that you have given us, but we are requiring some additional time to put together a final report.
Don't take too long because Senator Organa is asking questions. And you've promised a solution to his issue.
Absolutely, sir. We are hoping that with our current prerogatives, we are able to gain some additional information around the sector that will help our investigation around Elrood.
He says it will all help.
We're hoping.
Is there anything in particular you need besides a little more time?
This is a great question. I really don't remember. I'm just checking my notes real quick, sorry.
All good.
Actually, where is the mining transport?
The mining transport that was blown up during the...
No, not the vehicle. I'm talking about the Imperial vessel that was transporting all the mining equipment.
That reported to have arrived on Darylin, and no Imperial transporting mining equipment was anywhere else in the sector.
I guess I'll do a quick aside with the rest of the Rangers. Do you guys remember anything else from our investigations Thrawn has given us that we would need his assistance with at this time? I guess I'll ask that to Carla and Kadkia, if you guys...
Well, the only other thing I was thinking of is, was there any unauthorized messages or anything like that that ship, but still reckon that it's something to do with an inside job with the governor's aid.
Does he have any information on the Helmet?
That'd be our own investigation. Maybe assistance tracking down... What's the name of the one ship that the one dude...
What, the Celestian?
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with the...
It has to do with one of the things that he gave us, though.
Yeah, that was the mate one, wasn't it?
The fly leak. We need to find that ship. Or whatever it was called.
Leap on the Wind was the name of the ship.
Leap on the Wind. That's it.
Okay.
If he could
Well,
assist us with locating
I
the ship
think the
Leap on the
captain here
Wind.
could assist us because he would have had to come through this part. If I'm correct, Captain?
Well, that's if he came this way.
Is the captain still with us or not?
Captain's not. He
Oh.
doesn't sit on Thrawn's phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just us with Thrawn right now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that Thrawn probably would agree that the captain can assist us with that because the Leaf on the Wind would have to have gone through this sector. Unless this Imperial vessel has only just arrived here.
It arrived around the time you guys left. When you left Queen at the start of the story.
Yeah, so definitely would have had to gone through here. That's if he was going to leave the system.
Well, no, there's two. That's if they left the system. I can't find in my notes where we knew that ship was going.
You don't know where it was going.
All you knew is it left Elrood.
Yeah, all we know is that it left Elrood, and we knew it was a smuggler's ship, so that's if they used this path.
So have we got just the name of it, or do we also have the transponder details?
You would have the transponder details.
Yeah. Yes, so we can request that from the captain.
He
They would definitely have records of all ships entering and leaving.
suggests you ask your resources while you're here and make the most of your visit to the captain
Yep.
before hanging up on you.
Yep.
Though he does look at Kate Kia and just before he hangs up says, unless of course your swordsman has learnt some lessons then.
He's still currently the wet behind the ears.
She does not need more instruction, he says.
We all would need instructions of your technical and your technical and your experience.
Can I kind of just walk in
And
now?
I think Cadkid would love to be a demonstration tool game.
Though, Mark, unfortunately, you don't have access to the bridge without the captain.
Cool. That's right. That's what I asked.
And then after that, he ends up hanging up. So yes, the captain of the ship comes in.
Yep.
And says, Thrawn left some instructions for me for you, though I have charged your office for the replacement of the TIE fighter.
Oh, that's going to be costly since it's a military vehicle.
Yep. I say...
On the plus side, Viper, it's more than your bloody cafe stand.
I say, understood, sir, while I give Colin a quick look to the side. And I say, I believe you hailed us here for some additional instruction. We are ready to receive that.
He says, sure. Main thing is he wanted to make sure that you were aware that the coin route out of the sector is currently off limits to Imperial personnel, as is the Darylin system without authorization.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Captain,
glad that we were able to receive this communication in person. Was there any other information that you could share with us, specifically about coin that you would like us to be aware of, so that we're not impeding upon any Imperial movement here?
Yes, don't I? It'll be rather inconvenient for you.
That's a very, very.
You'd have to explain how such a new and promising officer just happened to fall on, to these mighty warriors here due to lack of etiquette and protocol.
Yeah.
In other words, he doesn't want to fill out the paperwork.
Yeah. So I see, while we have here, may we request your help in getting some information to assist us with our investigations?
You can talk to his one of his bridge officers.
All right. I'll request to talk to one of the bridge officers then.
Because he's a captain, he's got better things to do than to listen to petty crimes.
Fair. Fine. Cool. So
At
we'll
which
talk-
point he walks heavily out of the room.
I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that he brought us here for such important information that needed to be said face to face and not over comms, Super important. This is great.
Of course, there's a complete power play.
Absolutely.
How many people are going to say no to a guy with enough firepower to turn you into dust?
And we'll just say that it was totally not a power play, that I just happened to hit one of their TIE fighters. It's fine. So I guess we'll talk to the bridge.
Just before I start to run out of reception, can I just interrupt?
You can.
So how bad was my navigation mistake in the grand scheme of things?
Not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad because we actually got to our destination.
Yeah, between the two of us.
As long as we're all aware of this.
Between the two of us, we did well. So.
Yeah, and any crash we walk out of with no scratches is a bonus.
Well, there's scratches.
B1 would gladly take the scratches compared to the monetary damage that was caused.
Yeah, so the B1's motivator is going bad again.
Okay, so yes, you managed to go out onto the bridge and see that there's quite a few officers there. One of the younger ones comes up to you and says, "The captain assigned me to help you, sir. What can I do?"
I guess, Ross, didn't you have one question?
Yeah, basically we're trying to see if this starship has left the system, and if it
says, well, let's go check the logs. Do you know roughly the time frame it was due?
I give them the rough time frame of when it flew out, so that's when it left the planet. So we're not sure if it would have gone straight out the system or if it's still hanging around in the system. And these are the transponder codes that it was using, and it was registered as Leaf on the Wing.
Okay. He starts going through system logs quite efficiently.
Also cross-reference it to any Celestian pilots. You probably wouldn't get many coming out here.
Oh no, we get quite a few. We're not far from Solist.
Yeah, but I don't think they're too cocky, are they?
Well, they're extremely cocky because they have a shipbuilding facility based on their home world.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And when your planet builds starships, it's not like they're gonna have to test it with, aliens.
Mm.
So yes, so that they are amongst the most prolific pilots in this region. So,
did he say pilots or pirates?
Pilots, but probably pirates as well. He's not throwing any shade at the.
It's a grey area.
It is a grey area. Anyone who can fly a ship can be a pirate. So what he's been able to determine is he has it going to Elrood, but not coming back. It is a freighter. It has no either it's changed its transponder signal en route, or it hasn't flown under its own power past this blockade.
Okay.
It is small enough to dock in a larger capital ship or transport, such as an Ithurian herd ship, because those are the sort of places you'd expect to find other Ithurians together.
Yeah.
There are about 3 or 4 of those floating around this region.
Yeah, we flew past one.
Maybe you should have checked with them. They would definitely be the people to be able to tell you where they ended up.
Have to do that on the way back.
And as a general case, they are very environmental, so be careful how you talk about plants around them. They're really weird people. Once you get past that whole stereo conversation thing.
With xenology, what's their view on meat?
I'm sure they eat it. He has no idea.
No. I'm doing my
view?
What I've known of them since they're.
Have an average check. Okay, not a clue.
Okay.
You got absolutely 0 on the check.
Yeah, I was more wondering if the Celestian swiggling mystery meat would actually cause them to be offended by it. Could be if that mystery meat was made of the Thorians.
Could be. But Authorians who know they might be carrying it is hard to tell. So, is there anything else he can look for you, sir?
I think we'll ask for any last ship logs for a ship called Hail Me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Apparently he's good at his job.
Nice.
He's got 2 triumphs so far.
Oh, wow.
He says that there's no record of the Hail Me past Terrinoth. It's got no... it hasn't got any registration coming in at Darylin or anywhere else.
Okay.
So somehow we entered the Terrinoth system and went off radar. No flight manifest was logged. It was expected at Darylin though.
Yeah.
Okay.
At which point the GM points to the player and goes, you know, you did have that task of chasing up your family's ship in customs.
I thought that was the Hail Me.
No, different ship.
Oh, yeah, that's the different ship.
Yeah, we've got
The one at in Koyon.
one that's probably currently in the space station below us.
That would be from Kakit. I knew there was a different thing we had to do.
It was. And these guys being, you know, customs for the region.
For... Wait, hold up. My notes are all over the place now.
So what, it's in Imperial Customs or Foreign Customs?
Imperial Customs trumps Koyon Customs.
Okay, so we're on the right ship, cool.
Was that it? It was Kakit's family, right?
No, it was
I thought it was the Super family.
Thea's family.
Thea's family. Oh.
Yeah, it's the birds.
The birds.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought we were here for anyway. So yeah. Then we will ask for if there is a ship called something with a manifest of animals that need to be transported.
Yes, he's got a ship registered to True Striker, Animal Trapping and Animal Transports.
Yep.
That unfortunately is not rated for this sector.
What does that mean?
Meaning they have no one with accredited licensing.
Oh, okay.
So they basically had their ship impounded.
Okay. So does that mean that you've also, is there a fee to offload the cargo?
As long as you get a signatory from one of the captains of the ship. Thanks. You get a signatory from the captain. They don't mind who takes the cargo.
Does that mean that they'll be free to vacate the system?
Oh no,
they still need to
they've still got to accredit themselves before they will allow them to collect their ship.
Okay.
It's currently put in deep storage of the Star Destroyer.
Okay. And how does one of them get credited?
Currently, they're sitting Imperial training courses in the training facilities of their starship, of this starship.
Okay.
They've been at it for about 4 weeks now. He doesn't have a lot of hope because they don't have a lot of patience.
What, the trainees or the trainers?
Trainees.
So I'll request that we meet with the ship's captain to release the cargo, and we will transport the cargo off here so that it doesn't have to be your guys' responsibility.
He's happy to authorize that.
All right, cool.
You'll get him to meet you in the cargo bay. Yep.
The ship captain, is that actually family members or they're actually hired people? Hired
You don't know. You didn't get the details of who they were. And Thea didn't get a lot of information either.
Yep.
Well, we'll soon find out when we meet them.
Okay, so yes, you make your way down to the cargo bay where you see Piper and his nicer droid. And I'm assuming you've been following them around the whole time?
Yep.
Who would ever want to leave a Jawa unattended on a starship full of all these shiny new parts?
Yep.
Especially all these shiny new destroyed parts. Easy for
and
picking
with-
up.
And mouse droids avoiding him.
I could have used the parts from TIE Fighter to upgrade my car.
You could have. Giving that loud roar as it takes off.
Yeah, so your ship, your speeder becomes an ugly speeder.
Well, it might not get the height though. Okay, so you make it down to the cargo area where you see that there is a Mandalorian not in battle armor, just in robes.
It's a Jedi.
I hail them as appropriately as possible, giving them a bit of a quizzical look. And I say, "Are you the captain for the True Striker ship?"
Yes, I'm the captain of the True Striker ship. Had a unfortunate hiccup with our paperwork.
Okay.
Didn't pay the right person enough.
That's how it always goes. Do I recognize him as one of the True Striker family?
You normally most of the family.
Okay. With Thea there, would she
So, Ross, you might want to move your packet further from the microphone.
with Thea there, would she recognize?
She recognizes him as someone she knows.
So just somebody. Okay.
So I hear that you might be able to deliver the cargo for us.
I'll say, yeah, Thea got the call from the rest of the True Striker family that we have these animals to transport. We can assist with that today. Could you sign off so that we can have these delivered on time, as close to on time as possible?
He would be happy to get that signed off because he would really like to get these things delivered.
Cool.
Because, to be honest, he really doesn't want to annoy the person that's been delivered to. He doesn't really want to have, bounty hunters show up asking why we failed to deliver the items.
Yeah.
He has a tendency to do that when he's annoyed.
May I ask who is the intended recipient?
I've got a sneaky suspicion it's going to be a little blue person.
So I'm just going to bring up the name of the person.
Yep. I think we're
Okay,
on
his name is Paleothog. He makes a lot of videos for hunting animals. And he points out, all the deadly parts before the animals attack him. It's one of those popular videos of the region of like Bear Grylls or the Crocodile Hunter.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay, cool.
Mick Dundee.
Alright.
So it's to his personal zoo on that planet.
Okay. I'll go ahead and ask, how much, feed do we have?
Well, you've got enough food to last them about another 2 weeks.
Okay.
We did have 3 months worth of food, but some of it went off through customs. They radiated the wrong section.
Alright.
Apparently some space mites got into it.
Gotcha. Is there anything we need to know in particular about handling these animals?
Yeah, if they start mating, you might want to separate them. The female has a habit of killing the males during the mating rituals, and considering there's only a mated pair there, we'd like to have both of them show up healthy.
So separate cages.
Yeah, if they're not mating, then they're best together.
Is it only the two?
Only the two, yeah.
Okay.
They're about the size of a large dog each.
Oh, so they can fit in one
Like a
cage.
Dalmatian.
With a wingspan, at least that length each wing.
Great Dane.
Oh, Great Dane. I knew what I meant. Great Dane.
Yeah.
The big dog.
Yeah, not Clifford size.
Not the
Not
spotty
Clifford
dog.
size. That's a little overly large.
How like Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
He would
Okay.
really appreciate it because it would help their reputation for delivering on time.
Yeah.
They're slightly inside that wiggle room they have because I was supposed to deliver it 2 days ago, but they've been given another 3 days to get it there.
And that is just to confirm. It is.
So where are we actually delivering it to?
To Paleothog's personal zoo on Terrinoth.
Yep.
So was it 2 jumps back?
No, Terrinoth is.
Terrinoth's ahead.
Been there yet.
We haven't made it that far.
Yeah, we're about 1, 2, 3 jumps away.
Yeah, you are 3 jumps away.
Ah, Torina. I thought it was Corina. Or whatever.
Yep. No, you're thinking of
Right?
Kidron or
You've made it all
something.
Yeah,
the way up
it's
to
just a
point.
little bit difficult to read. Yeah, fair enough. Cool.
That's where you are.
Yeah,
I should have moved the ship where you were jumping.
probably.
I intended to, but good intentions.
That's okay.
So yes, you've managed to get the ships separated.
All right.
Considering you did have a TIE fighter plastered to the bottom of your ship.
Did he happen to pick up any spare parts?
No, they wouldn't allow the Jawa to collect anything.
I tried for you.
They'll throw it out of the back of the ship later. You know how these military sorts are. No freebies.
Yeah.
But what if I gamble?
So
What
has
if
the
you
Jawa
Gamble.
painted a flaming coffee mug
They
and
might
a
willingly
TIE fighter
gamble.
on the side?
You could have the droid could have painted a TIE fighter and a coffee mug on the side, but it'd most likely be a coffee cart, not a coffee mug.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, the coffee cart with
The bird.
flaming patrons.
So I guess we would have each of the animals in their own separate cages, and we make sure that Piper is not on security, so that the doors don't randomly open when she falls asleep.
So put her in the gun well. What
Yeah.
could go wrong there?
Yeah, no,
so,
she's
so
back to
basically,
fine.
we put it that you have to have a manual override to open the doors.
I know, right? So I'm just making sure that's everything we need to do here before we take off. I don't think we need to get down to the actual planet.
The only thing on the planet is the clan leadership.
Oh yeah, our whole family.
Nothing important.
Nothing important.
In that case, would you like to finish up the session there where you can think about if you want to see the clan
Yeah.
and pick up next week with the option of visiting the clan itself?
Well, the other thing is, did we actually want to make some payments up front?
What, to the clan or to the Imperials for the damage?
No, the clan. Keep less about the Imperials at the moment.
Do we get paid for like taking the birds the rest of the way?
They're happy to give some money towards the clan.
Gambling.
Yes.
Gambling money. Woo!
No. Unfortunately, the Jawa is not part of the clan and that, so he doesn't get actually paid anything.
Okay. Sorry.
You'll have to get demand money from some of the others. I helped give you
Gambling
money.
money.
Here's one
Hi,
credit.
brother Alan.
I'll splurge that on my whole bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah, we'll end it there. That way we can debate if we want to go see our family or not. And yeah, next session, Kayana will start with there is a plan. We need to stick to the plan. But I know we'll leave it when we have other people able to join and all that stuff.
But gambling.
gambling, yes. Some of them do gamble. And troopers are more likely to gamble than stormtroopers. Because the basic troopers of ships aren't always stormtroopers. So thank you guys very much for playing.
Yep.
I think David dropped out.
Yeah.
Well, we have Stephanie Moss
He
still
was
in.
falling asleep, so he dropped it. Oh no, that was what. Yeah, David had a bad motivator.
Yeah, no, he lost.
We lost a
service.
mark in David. Okay, so guys, I will catch you next session.
Yep.
And I will finish up online there as I go to the end sequences, because I'm also pretty tired myself.
Yep.
So thanks for making it, and we will see you next time.
Yep, catch you later. Okay.
Thank
Right.
you.
We'll
Bye.
see
See
ya.
you, Stefan.
Yeah.